What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, and today I'm going to give you my reaction review to Spider-Man Noir, Season 1, Episode 6. For the most part, this episode is just a science episode, put it that way. That Ben Reilly is revealed to be the Spider. And Dr. Faber and Ogden know that Ben Reilly was the other member from the war who was bitten. So Ogden goes to talk to Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly was supposed to be leaving with Kat. And so he's getting himself together at his house and packing his stuff. And Ogden arrives. And then a short little conversation, Riley invites him in and they talk. You find out from this that Ogden was a member of that camp, that he met Ben Reilly. But the particular mutation that he has is aging him quicker. That's why he looks like an old man. And he tries to appeal to Ben Reilly's sense of honor that they can possibly find a cure and it can help save Ogden's life. However, Ben Reilly disagrees or does not agree to help Ogden. He still wants to leave. So Ogden does what he can, which is in the midst of saying goodbye to Ben Reilly, he sticks him with a hypodermic needle and knocks him out and takes him back to his mother. Now, with Dr. Faber, they are in a secret lab that she has. And while she talks to Ben Reilly to let him know that she is not one of the people who were at the camp during World War One that experimented on him, she is trying to find a cure to help her son. And it turns out that her son is Ogden. Now, you get a little bit of history, a little bit of a flashback to what happened to Ben Reilly during the war after he got bit, and seeing that the military, the army, in fact, did experiment on him, that he's having a lot of uncontrolled tics and whatnot. And the military experimented and found nothing usable on him. But Dr. Faber, knowing this story and having read the files, knows that the military was only trying to make him into a weapon. She's trying to cure him. So her search would be different. And sure enough, by extracting blood and finding out there is nothing different about his blood, she performs a surgery on him and gets some liver cells and finds the cells in his liver that actually heal him. And through synthesizing that, she's able to make a serum, in a sense, and shoot her son Ogden up with it, and Ogden reverts back to his younger self. Now, this is kind of surprising to me because I'm thinking Ogden is going to turn into a whole creature. Because my thinking is the only reason Ben Reilly survived is because he got a diluted version of what was already killing that soldier that was turning into a whole spider. Okay. His version was just diluted. By transferring it out of his liver into another person, it would be diluted a little more, but have a little bit more of that mutative effect. Possibly. Could be wrong, but possibly. Well, because Dr. Faber and Ogden have kept Ben Reilly for so long, he was not able to get in contact with Robbie to have him not run the article in the paper. He runs the article in the paper, and it gives Silvermane the location of Dr. Ogden's secret lab. So Silvermane comes a calling for Dr. Faber. Now, they get inside this complex and talk to Dr. Faber, and she takes them to see the other members of this company, this group that was rescued. And you see that all of them are dead, but they've all mutated further. Further mutations down the line, turning into full bugs and everything else. That she was not able to save them and that the mutation ran its course. So basically, any of these supers should have a short lifespan, except for the spider. Except for him. He's stable. So there is another calamity that happens, and I will leave that to not be said to have you watch the show. But for the most part, there was not a lot that happened in this episode. It was a lot of flashbacks and getting more of Ben Reilly's story of what happened in the war and how his mind works and what he struggles against after initially being bit, which is really severe ticks and stuff, like he's a spider. But it's not a lot that drives the story on outside of understanding Ben Reilly's backstory and the doctor finding a cure and making an antidote. By the end of the episode, Ben Reilly has the antidote and he is escaping the lab, and Silvermane is leaving. And now we're into the last two episodes, or the last two episodes of the show and the penultimate episode, which I'm looking forward to watching right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this review short. Like I said, there was not a lot that happened in this episode. It was only a few characters involved in it. And it was mostly about the science of finding an antidote in Ben Reilly's body. Now that he has the antidote, he has escaped Dr. Faber's lab. Silvermane has seen the end result of these experiments. Now we have to go back to the city to see how this shakes out. So I'm interested to see that. So that is my review and reaction to Spider-Man Noir Episode 6. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I am Artisan MC, and I will see you